In a shocking admission that shook the emotional foundations of BTS's fandom, the woman who allegedly approached Jungkook finally spoke up. The statement he released indirectly confirms the existence of a hidden relationship that has so far only been speculation and baseless rumors among fans. But what made this news explode was not just his confession, but his direct impact on the friendship that had been considered unshakable, Jimin and Jungkook. Behind the solid image built over more than a decade, there are disappointments, wounds, and a sense of betrayal that are slowly beginning to surface. Is it true that love can split two people who have struggled together since trainee times? Or is there something deeper that has not been known to the public so far? The initial leaks coming from the training environment of the 5th Military Division caused a huge ripple in the global fan community. In training designed to build physical and emotional resilience, the buddy system is applied to strengthen trust between soldiers. Jungkook and Jimin, placed in this system, seem to be the perfect couple, understanding each other, strengthening each other. But in the 3rd week of training, something began to change. Jungkook withdraws, becomes more reserved, and appears to be often aloof during breaks. It was then that news emerged that he often communicated secretly with someone via cell phone, violating the informal protocol that is usually followed secretly in the military environment. Sources from the training environment mentioned that the small smile that often appears on Jungkook's face is not a reflection of training success or nostalgia for the past, but something much more personal. When asked directly by Jimin, Jungkook only replied briefly, "It's not time for you to know." This answer, although it sounds simple, it leaves a deep wound for Jimin. In an internal note leaked to the fan community, Jimin wrote, "If I'm not the person he trusts the most, then who is? We're not just co-workers, we're family." The mystery deepened when claims emerged from an anonymous woman who uploaded a lengthy post through an online community forum. He did not name names, did not provide visual evidence, but wrote with great firmness and emotion, "I did not come to snatch anyone. I just fell in love with someone who happens to be part of your world. But this love is real, and I can no longer pretend that it does not exist." The post went viral in a matter of hours, with thousands of fans speculating that she was the woman who made Jungkook change drastically, although there has been no official confirmation from Jungkook or HYBE. The timing and circumstances make it clear that this is not just fan fiction or baseless speculation. Moreover, in an old interview in 2022, Jungkook once said, "If I really fall in love, I will protect him wholeheartedly, even from the closest people." Because love is sacred, not public consumption. This statement now feels like the prologue of a running drama. Jimin, who is known for being open and caring, is reportedly very upset not because Jungkook fell in love, but because he was left in silence. This tension became even more evident when colleagues in the military environment called for a real emotional distance between the two. They still work well together, but no more giggles at dinner, no casual chatter before bed. "Like two strangers who happen to be wearing the same uniform," said one of the witnesses. The woman's confession provoked a mixed reaction from fans. Most feel that Jungkook, like anyone, has the right to love and be loved. But not a few also feel disappointed, not because of love itself, but because of the impact on the relationship between BTS members. "We never expected them to share everything, but didn't tell Jimin? It hurts," wrote one longtime fan in a thread liked more than 80,000 times on X, formerly Twitter. BTS's internal dynamics have long been a symbol of solidarity and deep friendship. If even Jimin now feels left out, what is really going on behind the scenes? Is this simply a phase that will pass, or the beginning of a greater shift in formation and emotional connection among the members? Social media has become a field of speculation. Some gossip accounts said that the woman was a former freelancer who had been involved in Jungkook's solo music projects abroad. There are also those who believe he is someone known through an online meditation platform, a rumor that has grown due to Jungkook's change in behavior that has become more calm and spiritual in recent months. However, what is more interesting is not who the woman is, but how she influenced a superstar who is known to be very secretive about personal affairs. It was as if his presence opened a gap that had been tightly closed, even from the closest people like Jimin. This situation raises broader questions. To what extent is an idol allowed to have secrets? And what happens when that secret threatens the balance within the group that is the foundation of his success? HYBE to date has not released any statement regarding this situation. This silence only fuels speculation. In K-pop culture, where everything is very carefully curated, silence can mean recognition, or at least tacit validation that something is being guarded. Some industry observers argue that this could be a turning point that determines the future direction of BTS, not only in terms of musicality, but also interpersonal dynamics. When a personal bond is tested by love, and it comes quietly, then the question arises, is their togetherness strong enough to last for Jungkook? The choice to keep his love a secret may be a form of protection against his personal life that has been continuously crushed by the public spotlight. But for Jimin, it could feel like a betrayal of their friendship that had been built without secrets. The world is waiting, not only to find out who she really is, but also whether this friendship that has inspired millions of people can survive the most personal shock they have ever faced. Will the hidden love be the reason for the split? Or is this just a stepping stone to emotional maturity and deeper solidarity between two best friends? Only time and honesty can tell. Yet one thing has become clear: in a world where everything can be content, sincere love remains the most intriguing mystery. I ask this the beginning of a split or the beginning of a new understanding in the BTS extended family. The world waits, and it all starts from a single decision of the heart that can no longer be hidden. After the emotional outburst caused by the news of a mysterious woman approaching Jungkook and the impact on his friendship with Jimin, a big question arises that cannot be ignored. Is this all real? Or have we all been victims of a grand narrative deliberately set up to create drama in BTS's activity breaks during conscription? The public, especially BTS fanatics who are known to be militant in supporting their idols, are now faced with an emotional and intellectual dilemma. On the one hand, they want to believe that love is real, that Jungkook, like any human being, can fall in love and hide it because he wants to protect what is precious to him. But on the other hand, many are also beginning to ask, is all this too perfect to be accidental? Too cinematic to be a coincidence? The information circulating today, whether it's viral on TikTok, picked up in speculative threads on Twitter, now X, to analytical discussions on the K-pop Insider YouTube channel, has one thing in common: none of it has been officially confirmed. We only hear fragments of statements, fragments of private letters said to have been leaked, and anonymous confessions from a mysterious woman whose identity cannot be verified. So, what do we know factually? Aren't we too easily provoked by narratives of unclear origins? Is our curiosity stronger than our ability to analyze? Why is it that private information that should have been locked tightly behind military walls can leak to the public media so structured and full of emotional detail? Who spread it? And more importantly, what are the motives behind the dissemination of this information? If it is true that the woman is not from the entertainment world and wants to keep her privacy, why does she suddenly make an open confession, albeit without identity? Why did the timing of his confession coincide with increasing speculation about Jungkook and Jimin's fractured relationship? This all seems to confirm that in the Korean entertainment world, even silence can be a stage and silence can be cultivated. Don't you find it strange that when BTS was on hiatus, such an intense, emotional, and conflicted narrative emerged, a kind of fictional story with the quality of a drama scenario? Let's reflect more deeply.